was our second last speaker for today, and we're just going to be going into our final speaker in just a bit. And there you have it. He is already on screen here right now. Now, guys, I do have to let you all know, do stay until the very end because we still have one more round of lucky draws. And if you haven't won anything up to now, who knows, this might be your lucky spin. So do stay on with us and remember that we will be extracting the lucky draw name list 30 minutes before the actual draw. So once again, stay online with us up to the very end. Now, let's talk about our last speaker and the topic we're going to be talking about today. Now, we are going to be covering digitizing hotel businesses. Now, our speaker, as you can see, is the CEO of Softinn Solutions, JeeShen. Hi.
Hi. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm good.
How has your week been treating you?
So far, so good. I just got back from a short getaway, so well refreshed and yeah, ready for the...
A short getaway in Malaysia, I hope.
Yeah, for sure. I went to Sungai Lembing, Kuantan.
Oh, okay. And what was it like there?
Surprisingly, there's a lot of locals can't wait to travel. I was expecting lesser crowd, but in fact, it was quite crowded. But most of the businesses are practicing social distancing, so it's all good.
Yeah, I'm one of those guilty ones who has been dying to travel for the longest time, but I'm not going anywhere because COVID's still around. So yes, you're going to be talking about Softinn and case studies and how hotels increase sales and reduce costs by embracing technology. So this is something that's pretty interesting. I don't think we've had anything like this within the 3 days yet. So yeah, you're setting up the screen right now, and whenever you're ready, just go ahead and take it away.
Okay, thanks, Lovin. So yeah, thanks for having me. My name is JeeShen. So basically, what I will cover in my presentations is I will talk about the company, and then I'll talk about some of the products that we offer, and I will share 2 case studies at the end of my presentations, how actually these 2 hotels leverage on our solutions to digitize their business. So yeah, let's start with the company. So basically, Softinn is a hospitality technology company serving mostly boutique hotels. Our motto is to make it easy for hotels to do their business. Started in year 2012 in Malacca. So our mission is to make hotelier works easier by connecting to 100 tools to improve the productivity and sales, etc. And to date, we have 4 products, namely the PMS, the property management system, the booking engine, the channel manager, and the content management systems. As of today, we are operating from 3 offices, headquartered in Malacca. We have an office in Kota Kinabalu and Jakarta. So to date, we have more than 1,000 overpaying customers, mostly our hospitality business that range from homestays, private villas, boutique hotels to 4-star hotel chain. So last year, we have processed 11 million bookings worth of GMV in 2019. We are proud winner of some of the international awards like the Startup of the Year in Web and Travel in Japan. We were competing with some of the startups in Japan, Korea, and Hong Kong. So, and then we were winner of the Echelon Top 100 Startups winner in 2006 at Singapore. So when I talk about hotel, right, so most of the time, people thought of like 5-star luxury hotel, but no, but we focus mostly on boutique hotels like this. So this is one of my customers, Quayside Hotel Malacca. So basically, this is a 35 rooms hotels made out of a recycled shipping container next to the Malacca River. And we work with a lot of shops, convert hotels kind of businesses. For example, this hotel, MUO Boutique Hotels in Muar. And we don't work with the private luxury private villas as well. We do have one at Janda Bay and a few in Bali, which their daily rates is quite expensive, but quite high. But it was a kind of like a very private luxury accommodations for your getaway. So as you notice, we serve mostly those hotels with less than 80 rooms in Asia Pacific. So to date, we have more than 166 hotels in Malaysia using our products. Some of the notable ones are like Rangkaian Hotel Seri Malaysia. They are the largest hotel chain in Malaysia, operating 21 branches, 21 properties. Raya Hotel, which previously known as Tabung Haji Hotel. And we work with a lot of 4-star hotels in Kota Kinabalu, like Mint Garden, Pembrokeshire, Hotel 7 Surya, etc. So, but we didn't started working with 4-star right away. We grow from small hotels. Most of my first batch of the customers are mostly 2-star hotels. Yeah, most of them use us for 3 reasons. The first reason being us helping them to reduce the commission paid to OTA, namely like Agoda, Bookings.com, by enabling them to receive booking directly on their websites, and also enabling them to run digital marketing campaigns on their websites. The second reason is we help them to digitize their hotel business operation because we provide a property management system, a cloud-based property management systems for them to basically check in, check out the guests, manage the housekeepings, etc. So the last one was quite popular among the hotel chain, which they use our product to reduce the payment gateway charges for receiving the bookings online. So these are some of the products, and these are some of the partners we work with. And you will notice that we do have also payment gateway like Midtrans and Doku, because we partner with them in Indonesia to serve our Indonesia customers. So the second part of this presentation is about product. So the first product that we roll out is we call it the booking engine, but now we have grown it into like an e-commerce systems which cover from the shopping cart. I mean, in hotel is a booking engine, to promotion systems, to digital marketing tools, and a lot of others, which are basically enabling hotels to run a lot of digital marketing and receive booking directly. So this booking engine can be installed on the official websites. It works on Blogspot, Facebook, etc. And basically, guests would just browse for offer on the websites, vote, and then pay. All go straight to the hotel directly. I think I've mentioned earlier that we transacted 11 billion GMV in 2019. That is equivalent to 1.43 million booking commissions saved, which this amount was being saved and paid directly to the hotel instead of going through the middleman. So this will really help the small boutique hotels to up their game and improve their services, because they are increasing the profit margin from each transaction. So the second product that we roll out is Softinn PMS, which is a property management system used by the hotel to manage the housekeeping, to check in the guests, to send the invoice, to receive, etc. Online. So, and our PMS is basically cloud-based. So that means they would be able to operate remotely. The hotel manager would be able to work on the go, and the reports could be delivered to their mobile phone. Unlike the traditional on-premise software, the PMS will allow them to access to their office, front desk office systems remotely. So it comes with other product integration like the channel manager. So we work, as for channel manager, we work with SiteMinder. It's a very popular channel manager company based out of Bangkok. Yeah. So, and on top of this, our PMS do help the account department in account reconciliation. And there's a lot of automation and workflow in place to basically improve the productivity of the hotel front desk. The third product is the hotel content management system. Basically, it's used by the non-tech savvy or non-program people who do not know programming, but to basically easily update the hotel website, to create a landing page, etc. And this is the product that we launched recently amid COVID. We launched this product called Softinn Channel Manager. Basically, it's a tool for hotels to update the price and also the availability, the inventory on OTA. For example, if they change the price to 100 ringgit, right, the price on Agoda, Bookings.com, Traveloka will automatically be updated at once. And when the guest made the booking on Bookings.com, the guest details, the reservation details will automatically be pulled and synced to the hotel front desk. So there's no need for manual data entry, and it is the burden of the hotel front desk, so they can spend more time with the guests, and at the same time, this will prevent overbookings and double booking. So as I said, one of our vision is to connect to more tools. We work with Google Map for the reviews and etc. So we do product updates twice a month, right? So that comes to my first case study. So I would like to talk about the Kota Heritage Hotel. So this is a hotel in Kota Tinggi, right? It's a boutique hotel in Kota Tinggi. They operate 68 rooms. The lowest price, I think the room rates go from 120 ringgit per night to 300 ringgit per night, depends on the room. They were previously Oyo Hotel. During the MCO in May 2020, the management have decided to take back the business from Oyo, and they came to us saying that they need a complete hotel solutions up within 2 weeks because they need to take over the business. So I still recall that the GM, I spoke on a Google Hangout to the GM and also the IT manager. What they thought was almost impossible, but we tried to challenge, because to the GM, he is more familiar with the on-premise product, which required site visit, server setup, on-site training, etc. So to him, it is almost impossible. But thank God we managed to do it within 10 days, and within less than 2 weeks, we managed to get them from account setup, staff training to live. Basically, they are able to check in guests within 10 days. So they took the product PMS, booking engine, and channel manager. On top of that, they applied for the SME grant, which was approved in July, which they did get a discount of 2004 from the product. Most of the, I think one of the most critical part when it comes to hotel software setup is the staff training, because of the turnover, and during the MCO, we wouldn't be able to send people to site for training. All the staff in Kota Heritage Hotel basically make good use of our YouTube channel videos to do self-paced learning. So basically, we train all of the staff remotely, and there's business continuity. So there's no the transitions from Oyo to their own management went smoothly, and Thank you for some of the questions. I'll try to address them later. So please keep it coming. Thank you. So if you notice, I put down a series of events here. Basically, they applied for a trial account online on 4th of May. Within 10 days, we completed staff training and go live. And we know that we are on the right track because if you notice, on 4th of May, they applied for a trial account. And on 7th of May, the IT manager basically dropped us a review on Capterra, which is the biggest software review site run by Gartner. He gave us a 10 out of 10. So we knew from that, I knew from there that we're going to convert to become our customers. So this is their review. So if you wanted to read other reviews of our product, you may go to Capterra. Well, basically, the transitions go in 3 phases. Basically, first, they set a target sign-out date from Oyo. Why this is important? Because without the date, it's very hard for them to make plan backwards, like when they will need to get the staff trained, when they need to claim the OTA listings from Oyo on all the OTA, when they will start recording the reservations on the new PMS, etc. So the first step they did was to set a target sign-out date. The second step is to set up the PMS, make sure the account is being set up correctly, the price, the rates plan, the security deposits, set up the e-invoice with the right logo, etc. So the third step is to import the guest reservations from the previous, I mean, like if they will use pen and pens paper, they will have to import it to the systems. And in the case of Kota Heritage, they import it using Excel file to our PMS. And the second section is to claim the OTA listings. Basically, they went to all the OTA to file claim, to claim back the ownerships of their listings, and then set up the channel manager mapping so that they would be able to sync the price and inventory of all the OTAs. And the last step is, one is all done, they may start receiving bookings from OTA, and the guest detail and reservations will go straight to the new PMS. So of course, staff training is one of the critical one, because as you all know, the hotel service is mostly about the front desk service to the guests. So the staff need to be well trained, and that's why we are happy that I think the hotel is happy what we did with the training, and they managed to train them up remotely. So okay, how digitalization help hotel heritage? So as I mentioned earlier, most of I think same goes to hotel heritage. Most of the hotels would have their front desk, and they sell on OTA like bookings.com, Expedia, Traveloka, and etc. So one of the most tedious job they will need to do, there are two things that they are two of the most tedious job is to first key in the reservations we receive from OTA. Second is to make sure that the price and the available rooms on all the OTAs are updated and in sync. So without the tool, right, most of the hotels were doing it manually. And in the past, this tool called Channel Manager was mostly available to 4- and 5-star hotels. We have bring down the cost because of the cloud technology. We are sharing the cost. So basically, we make this channel manager available for boutique hotels and even to homestay operators. So when there's a guest booking received, the guest details will go from the OTA to the front desk. And when there's a walk-in customers, the front desk will register the guest reservation on the PMS, and the available room will be deducted, and also the OTA available room will be deducted and in sync as well. So this basically is one of the tools that we believe how we really help the hotels in reducing time and reducing error. So I think one of the, I didn't notice about this until the hotel front desk told me that they have saved a lot in printings. Basically, with our solutions, they send e-invoice, e-receipt via email and WhatsApp. So there's a click of a button within the system for them to WhatsApp the guest, and they will be able to send e-receipt and invoice. So if you wanted to, throughout my slides, I have a few QR codes. So if you wanted to watch the video or to interact with the content, you feel free to scan the QR code to get the content. So, okay, so I go to, next is the case studies. I would like to talk about Embun Villas. This is my second sharing. Basically, Embun Villa is based in Janda Bait. They are quite popular now because it's quite a remote area, and basically it's not a big hotel. They operate only 8 private villas, and the room rates go from 900 ringgit a night to 2,000 over ringgit a night. Depends on the type of villas you rent. So before using Softinn, they were all pen and paper. Okay, so and on the right hand side, they upgraded. They came to us for a website. So we made them a website, and you may browse the site on embunvillas.com. And from the website, they went on to took on all the remaining products. So basically, the way they grow digitally is step by step. Instead of like going all in, they start with the websites, then later the e-commerce part to receive bookings. Then they look into their back-end office to make the check-in and out seamless, and last week channel manager to sync their price and inventory online. So and the whole process, I think, took them about 6 months. So it depends on the pace, and also depends on the resources available in the hotel, how you wanted to go. I think the advantage of cloud solution is that it's more like a la carte product. You may go with the minimal products, and from there you grow and adopt more technology. So what I would like to highlight some of the features that they use. For example, which I know Ambun Villas use a lot of digital marketing. And for email marketing, they will need a landing page. So they were using our backend CMS to create new landing page so that they could convert the customers from an email that they send the email marketing content. So that CMS comes with SEO optimizations, and it has Google Analytics in place, and also a pop-up box systems, which they can get to highlight certain offers, and depends on the date. And it also depends on the services they wanted to highlight. And I noticed a lot of the hotels use the pop-up box during the MCO to direct their customers to actually buy, to order food from their restaurant and cafe. So I think with the proper CMS, there's no a non-tech savvy hotel manager would be able to do this within minutes and have a site running and have a landing page running within minutes. So as you know, the booking because of the big ticket size, so on Ambun Villa, and also a lot of hotel chain, they are looking for a solution to reduce the cost per transaction. So they make use of these features available on our system called flexible payment routing. Basically, within our back end, the hotel choose which payment options they prefer, and they set up the payment gateway and payment channel, and then collect payment from the guest. So how this helps to reduce the cost per transaction? Okay, I would like to go further into this. Let's start with the payment channel versus payment gateway. So I think in the previous presenter, she did mention about the payment gateway related. So as you notice, payment channel is the medium the customer use to make payment. For example, we could book a hotel with a credit card, or we could pay a hotel rooms with our e-wallet. So those are payment channels. For payment gateways are businesses that offer payment gateway service, which for you to register and collect money online. So most of the payment gateway providers work with multiple payment channels. But the catch is that each of the payment gateway will have different rates for each of the payment channel. So for example, EGHL, they were charging 1.8% for if the guests pay using credit card. For PayPal, they're charging 3.9%. So and for Bill Please, they were not charging anything for the e-wallet. So this is just for reference. The rates may differ, depends on your volume, and also depends on your dealing with the payment gateway. But the catch is that most of the payment gateway wouldn't offer the same rate across each of the payment channel. And if as an e-commerce operator and as a hotel, right, most of the booking engine out there will force you to choose one payment gateway, which you have to go with. You know, you have to choose one and go with it. But with our systems, right, what the hotel would be able to do is that they would be able to route the guest payment through the cheapest route. For example, if a guest chooses to pay with credit card, we will route them through EGHL, for example, because this is where the cost per transaction is the cheapest. And if a guest chooses to pay with e-wallet, we'll route them through Bill Please. And I think you get the idea. Basically, for this payment routing, for a small boutique hotels with 30 rooms could easily save more than 500 ringgit a month. So if your volume is big, we are looking at more than thousands a month of saving, which those amounts saved can be used to run performance digital marketing ads. So I think this is how the big hotels look at in reducing the cost per transactions, and then reinvest into acquiring new customers. So and most of the hotel chain will use this basically with the flexibilities of your payment gateway and payment channel settings. Most of them will go back to the payment gateway on a yearly basis to renegotiate the contract. So this is a way that the hotel will be able to, to lower their transaction charges on a yearly basis. So go for a booking engine provider that allow you to do payment routing, because you might be surprised how much you can save by just doing that alone. So other digitalization that the hotel would be able to look at is self-service booking cancellation. I think most of the hotel would like when we receive a booking, but it's hard to deal with a guest when a guest violate the cancellation policy and wanted to negotiate the penalty. So with the self-service booking cancellation, basically the guest would need to go through a portal which they key in the reservation code and acknowledge the penalty before they file for a cancellation. So the penalty will calculate based on the policy set by the hotels. So I think this will reduce the time needed to negotiate on the penalty, and also it actually also provide a good service to the guests where they can file the cancellation seamlessly. So unlike those hotels who do not implement this, we need to go through the phone, and the tracking of the cancellation we have to do it manually. They have to do it manually. So with digitalization, this can be automated. The second is basically guest analytics. With the PMS, basically whether the walk-in customers, the customers who book from Agoda, etc., all the guest details will be available on the hotel property management system. So that is powerful, provided the hotels would be able to run guest analytics, categorizations. For example, we use RFM model. Basically, our PMS help categorize the guests based on how recent they make the booking, how frequent they make the booking, and the amount of booking ticket size, and give the guest a score. So basically, with this scorecard, right, a hotel would have a better view of how many of their customers are regular, gold customers, and how many of those who are in the middle that they would be able to kind of entice them into the regular customers. So with these insights, they would be able to, better target the customers and run offers to those specific customers. And the good part of going to digitize the e-commerce part is the performance-based marketing. Instead of allocating an offline budget, which is hard to track the performance, I started to see a lot of hotels started looking into performance-based marketing, where they calculate the cost per booking received and the cost per room night stay. Basically, you would have a clear idea how much does it cost for you to receive a booking. And also, once you factor in the cost and you have the amount, you have the number recorded through the systems, right? You would be able to look at what kind of tweaks and what kind of marketing channel you would be able to use to reduce and drive down the cost to receive that booking. So we do compile an ebook which further elaborate this idea of how you can actually increase hotel profit. And you may scan the QR code to download the ebook. To me, digitalization is not about the software. I think. I forgot to mention in this part. I think recently, I think the next wave of digitalizing hotel business is to have the self-check-in kiosks, to have the robotic automations, to have workflow, etc. Built within the hotel business. So basically, with data, and also the hotel business owner will be able to make more informed decisions, and then they will be able to automate more of the processes to make it more seamless and also to reduce the cost. So to me, digitalization is not about the software. Software is basically the beginning to digitize the data, but it's more on what we do with the data. For example, whether we are making a data-driven decisions, or whether we are making good use of are we collecting enough data from the guests to further study what are the segments that the hotel could target next, what are the popular add-on services that the hotel guests would like to buy, for example. So I think software is just the beginning, and there's a lot more that digitalization would do and unleash the potential of the business. So I think I'm ahead of time, but I would be more happy to take on some of the questions here. So for the SME Digital Summit, we made an offer. Typically, most of our product will go on a 14 days free trial. So if you scan the QR code, and you may get 30 days trial, so you have a full 1 whole month to basically evaluate the product. And we offer actually channel manager as well in the trial. So if you wanted to try, so just scan the QR code. Yeah. So Lauren, thanks. I've done my presentations.
Yes, and we do have questions that have just come in, but yeah, you guys, if you have any more, just once again leave them in the Q&A box. This one is from Michelle. Michelle actually has a question which she left in the chat box. Now the question is, from a destination standpoint, do you have any solutions to pull inventory from multiple distribution systems or channel managers to a central booking system with dynamic pricing and packaging?
So I think for centralized booking engine, it has to go with the PMS plus the channel manager. But when it comes to dynamic pricing and revenue optimizations, I think these are mostly the tools available for 4- and 5-star hotels. We're still trying to innovate, and we are trying to get a partnership with some of the reputable revenue management company, which they focus on AI revenue optimization and versus rule-based revenue optimization. So once we have those partners on board, we will offer that as an add-on on our platform. But to answer that question, I think we solve part of the problem. Basically, we have the PMS, we have the channel management, and we have all the reservation in one place. But the other part of the equations, like dynamic pricing, revenue optimizing, it is still something that we are trying to push.
Okay. Now, our next question comes from David. Now, David is wondering, when Costa Heritage signed up from OYO, how did they migrate their data to Softinn?
So they go, basically, they export the data from from OYO, and they put it into an Excel file, and then they upload the Excel file, they process the Excel file, and we help them to basically import it into their PMS. So that's how they did it. So it depends also on the volumes. So if let's say the upcoming reservations was not a lot, basically an Excel file will do. But if the volume is huge, maybe we need to look into the possibilities of some manual semi-auto way, which means that you have to export multiple Excel files to actually have it import to the PMS. Yeah.
All right. Now, our next question comes from Peter. Now, Peter would like to ask if you could go through the payment gateway again and elaborate a little bit further.
So basically, for the payment gateway, similar to Revenue Monsters, they did mention payment channel. There's many. As a guest, they get to choose which payment channel they wanted to pay. But as an e-commerce owner or an e-commerce site runner or a hotel owner, you have to choose a payment gateway that optimize or reduce the cost per transactions. So obviously, most of the payment gateway would not give you the best rate for all the channels. So one of the way to further reduce is basically using a flexible routing by routing your guests to go through the cheapest channel as they choose the payment method. So that is, I think that is how we further reduce the so-called the cost per transactions. And a lot of them will say like, hey, in that case, I would not sign up to PayPal, but it's actually no. The answer is to sign up to as many payment channels as possible, because we realize that for overseas customers who book a hotel, right, they will still prefer to use PayPal, a brand that they recognize. So even though it is more expensive for you to receive the payment, but it is still better than not receiving the booking. So the best way to go about is to arrange the payment options in a way that the cheapest options is always on the top. So the most expensive one will goes on at the bottom. So, but removing that as an option is not a good idea because obviously each of these payment gateway and also payment channel have their own regulars, you know, like even for wallet, some people will prefer Touch and Go, some people will prefer GrabPay, you know, and Boost. So as an e-commerce operator, you have to enable all of them because you can't control which wallet your guests use, right? But you have to make that possible for them to pay you.
That's very, very true. And it comes back to like the full customer experience. I think if you're going to limit people, that's going to turn away a lot of customers eventually.
Exactly. So, and the good part of riding on the e-wallet trend was that very often these e-wallet companies, they run discounts, rebates, right? So basically, in another way, the hotel get to enjoy also free marketing to encourage bookings.
It's like a win-win situation when you say it like that. Okay, so we have one question that just came in the chat box here. So PC would like to know, is it integrated with card for door access or manual key door access for customer?
Okay, for the card access, as of now, we have not done any integrations with the door access systems. It is interesting that you, sorry, who brought that up?
This one is actually in the chat box.
As she. So as of now, we are working on the integrations with 3 different hotel door lock systems. But that product would not be available until Q4 this year. So we wouldn't be able to integrate with all the hotel door locks because there are thousands of them. But we are working with the top 3 most popular one in Malaysia. As we roll out that, we will try to add more hotel door lock as we go. So the way it works is basically we have a client on that sitting on the hotel front desk that work with our cloud solutions to enable check-in and program the key card.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's go back to our Q&A here. Now, this one comes from Lim Ming. Now, Lim Ming's question is, can the CMS handle the inquiries from Facebook and WhatsApp?
Interesting. For the CMS, I'm not sure. Maybe Lim Ming can further elaborate more specifically inquiries. But say basically on the CMS, we do allow the hotel to install the Facebook chat button, which in another way centralize the inquiry and conversations happening on the websites on Facebook channel. So, and as for inquiries, we are not able to do chat to booking kind of auto bot kind of service. But what would normally a hotel do is by having a bot auto answer the booking URL. So whenever someone reach out to the chat box to ask for availability and price, right, the bot will automatically link them, divert them to the booking engines because I think that is, I'm not sure whether I answer exactly Lim's questions.
Lim Ming actually just elaborated, but I think you've partially answered it already. So Lim Ming continued to say, can it track bookings from Facebook and WhatsApp?
Okay. So we do have a lot of hotels which install the booking engine on Facebook. So if you go to Ambun Villa, if you go to their Facebook fan page, and you will notice that the call to action button is book now. So if you click the book now, it basically direct you to the booking engine. So to answer that, as long as the guests get to click to the booking engine via a book CTA button or via a link that you reply in the inquiries, it works.
And what about for WhatsApp? Because you said it works for Facebook. What about WhatsApp then?
I think for WhatsApp would be a link to basically allow the guests to book. But within WhatsApp, we haven't explored because we did try to look into WhatsApp product catalog. It looks like it was built mainly for inventory product, not so much on like the hotel business. So it is hard for us to customize that product catalog to control different price for different day for as of now. So
because like for WhatsApp, they don't allow, for you to create varieties, like you said, it's basically like a product catalog. So like when you have different variations of rooms or services, it's going to be hard to cram everything in it. So I do understand that as well. But
yeah, especially also the different price during the weekend and weekdays. So for the same product, we have different price based on the day. So I think as of now, until WhatsApp release or upgrade their product catalog, maybe. Yeah. But for now, I will have to say, like, if there's anything that you can just direct your customers to the website or to a booking engine link, then it works.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, now our next question comes from Benny. Now, Benny is referring to payment gateways here, and the question is, can this auto routing be done on offline terminals or online only? Meaning to say the customer walks in.
Good questions. Never thought of that. The routing that we did was mostly online. For offline, I believe as of now, most of the hotels would sign up to one payment terminal. I haven't seen anyone sign up for multiple payment terminals from different companies because I think for offline transactions, mostly about volume and also the rates they get it from the banks. So to answer that, I think as far as Softinn perspective, we haven't done this on the offline terminal. What we did is for online. So yeah, but it was a good idea, But I'm not sure about the cost. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just divert our attention back to the chat box here. So Michelle asked another question, and the question is, when it comes to conversion optimization, what are your views on personalization, which has been the domain of larger hotel chains? But for smaller hotels, this is becoming a norm.
So I think MCO, if you notice, a lot of the hotels, when they try to run an offer to give a discount, what they did is they get you to book directly. They get you to book on their Facebook. I think I see a change and a trend that more hotels will try to emphasize the book direct, so that they can actually give the best offer to the guests. So, but when it comes to customer segmentation, I did actually have a slide here. Basically, for how a hotel would be able to better segmentize the customers and target the offer is, for my idea, is that through a promotion code system. So very similar to Lazada, that you could create a promotions on your booking engine and wish your regular or loyal customers happy birthday, and you send the promotion code, which is a private promo code to him, and you would be able to create, when you make a post on your social media, you may make it like a promotion code, like a Facebook VIP kind of post, where only the Facebook fans get to see and enjoy the discount. So that is one of the way they would be able to better target a certain segment. And of course, it comes with a lot of rules and settings. For example, if you are targeting for family travelers, right? What you could do is you offer a promo code with 3 days, 2 nights, which only let's say 10% discounts, which is only eligible for a family suite. So instead of having a cross-board on all the room types, you could actually made a discount only on family suite. So I think when it comes to personalizations and customization, actually we can learn a lot from Lazada, Grab, how they can actually pinpoint certain customer segment and offer a special promo codes to that customer segment. I think maybe we can, pay more attention to the promotions run by the big boys, and you can start to find inspiration. I think from there you will be able to find out ideas how you can better target your customers.
And of course, once you have the ideas, don't forget to make them your own. Okay, so we're just going to stay here in the chat for a while because we've got 2 more questions that just came in. Now, this one is from Chun Lung. Now, the question is, what is the cost to be on board based on transactions or inventory?
The cost, he's asking about the cost. So basically, we have a free tier. Basically, it's free to use. 12% per bookings, and they may upgrade from different plans from 199 per month, 299 per month to 399 per month. It started to sound like a sales already, sorry, but yeah. So yeah, this is how we package our product. So you can come on at a freemium tier, and then how can you move up the package as you go.
Okay, and then there's one more in the chat here, the last one from PC. Now, PC's question is, are there any kiosk facilities available for door card access for check-in or check-out now?
Question, he's asking for kiosks?
Yes, kiosk facilities for door card access for check-in and check-out.
No, but very soon we'll have.
Okay. So let's go back to the Q&A here. I think we have time for one more. This would probably be the last one for our session today. Now, this one comes from Lin Ming. And the question is, do you think that Softinn can provide a marketing platform for hotelers in order to keep them alive and survive through the pandemic? Since Softinn has a completed system, I think more of an innovative marketing platform could make Softinn become more of a necessity at this point.
I think this is a question that is very close to my heart, because like during the MCO, as everyone knows, the hotel business was affected. So what we did was we extend 1 month free subscriptions to all our subscribers without the hotels asking. So we know that the hotel need help, but as of us converting our business into a marketing platform, I believe no. Because I think for a marketing platform, OTA does a better job, Trivago does a better job. So it is very costly for a player like Softinn to go into that, that a very competitive market. So our take is that we will try to enable hotels to work with more partners and to help drive down the cost through the productivities and also partnerships. So instead of us in creating a new platforms, I think my take is that it's very hard for a small player like us, to do that. But I understand where the question comes from. But I think maybe to rephrase the questions, maybe Lim, you may look into the possibilities of converting your hotel into the e-commerce platform and converting the hotel association like MyBar, MAH into a coalitions where you have this special offers through MyBar members. I think that works better, and I think, yeah, I hope that gives you a bit of insights of what I think. Yeah.
All right, and with that, JeeShen, we're going to wrap things up right now. Thank you for a wonderful presentation and for being here with us. And more importantly, for helping you wrap up day 2 of our event, the SME Digital Summit 2020. You guys, let's give him a virtual round of applause, a big hand, and job well done, JeeShen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren.
All right, you have a nice
Thanks,
day. Bye.
Have a nice day, everyone. Okay, bye.